this is Artisan Loom here. Again with another one of my original designs from way back in the day. I made this Tiara Fields bracelet back in, well, actually 38 weeks ago. This is older than this is my earliest design, and of course it was before I started fixing the bands. But basically, I'm going to show you how to make this. I just think it's so comfortable, and it's just pretty. And of course, I'm partial to greens and purples and blacks, so I'm going to make it, but I'm not going to use the exact same colors. I'm going to change it up just a little bit. But that is what we're going to be making, and I'm going to bead the center, every band down the center. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will show you how the loom is supposed to be set up. Just like this. The first, it's a 5-pin bar design. The first and the second and the fourth and fifth are at the same height. Then you go up one in the center. Okay, I went ahead and made up, I believe 20. I counted how many were in all the seed beads down the center because my photos that I captured when I originally created it didn't show the beginning, ending of the loom, so I didn't know how far to go. So I counted these, and it counts 20. And I think it fits perfect, and it's real comfortable. It might even could stand to go just one size smaller. You can probably go to 19 if you want, but just for comfort, I'm going to go with 20. It's just, I don't like mine to be too terribly tight. I don't like them to be real loose either, so just either 19 or 20 for an average size wrist. If you're bigger than, have a bigger wrist, then go a little bit, you just have to know how many pin bars to go. Just have to judge it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you decide to bead, that's fine. If you don't, I guess that's fine as well, but I'm going to go ahead and use my beaded band, which is, let's see here, what is this? This is like a antique gold 6/0 bead. Okay, and what we're going to do is we are going, why is my camera doing, well, you probably can't tell what it's doing. It's doing something strange that I don't like. So hold on and let me fix it. I have no idea. Anyhow, you're going to take a band, and you are going to make a single chain all the way up. However long you're going to make the bracelet, that's the single chain you're going to do all the way up the loom, just like this. So I'm going to go off camera and let you go up as high as you want your bracelet, okay? And then just stop when you want to stop. I've got my single chain up the center. The next part, which we're going to do, is where I did the purple. Now in here I had a jelly, well, it's really an opaque purple, but it seems like it's a jelly. It's just the deep purple one. And that's the part we're going to be working on next, okay? So let me go ahead and pick out my colors, and I'll meet you right back. So I decided to go with another green. But these bands are J. Valenzi bands that she sent me. She was so sweet to send me some bands. But I don't know what color this is. Kind of a weird green. Like, it's not really an olive. It's not really, I don't know. But that's the color I'm going to be using. So choose your color. And this is how we're going to lay the bands. You're going to go from the center peg out. And then you're going to go from the center peg long stretch. Okay, and then you go up to the second peg, and you do a short, go out to the right, and then a long stretch. You're going to do this all the way up the loom. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way up the loom just like that. Just a stretch out, long stretch. Next one up, one out, long stretch. Next one up, and just continue on all the way. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one color on one side, one color on the other side. Okay, because I'm doing this similar to what I did here. okay? So you don't have to, you can do it any way you want, but that's just the way I'm going to see what these colors look like together. Okay, so then on the other side, you're going to be doing, let's see what color these two go together. Okay, I'm going to use opaque black, okay? That's what mine's going to be. So we're going to go, hold on. Let me find it. Okay, we're going to go from the center peg out, okay, and then a long stretch, okay, short stretch out, and you want to push your bands down because obviously the center one has a bunch on it, but if you can follow what I'm doing. Am I doing that right? Why does that look wrong? Maybe it doesn't look right. One out. Okay, let me just look because I don't know why my eyes are playing tricks. There to there, there to there, there to there, there. Oh, I guess I'm right. So you'll do a small stretch to the left and then a long stretch up. So do that on both sides. I guess because it's two-toned, it's throwing me off. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? Maybe it's just my brain. Okay, so I'm going to finish that all the way up. Okay, until you get to the end. All right, well, I'll meet you back. So I finished that all the way up to the end. So it should look like this. Now, here's my last band that stops right here. And this is, so we're going to stop one down, okay, right there. And what we're going to do, we went from here to here to here to here and stopped. We went from here to here to here to here and stopped. Now I want to connect it to this last band. So we're just going to bring a short one over to a point and bring this one over, okay? There we go. Okay, so the next step is you need to pick out your bands. That is going to be for this where I have the medieval bands. And that it for me is going to be Persian black is what I'm choosing to use on the butting up against this black. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go one over, one long stretch, or one stretch like that. So for here to here, here to here, and then back across. So you're making like a Z. Yeah. And so diagonal and then across. Oops, keep them in the proper order. I need to learn to practice what I preach. One, oh, diagonal, one over, diagonal, and one over. I'll let you finish that on the left side. I will. So I finished. I'm going to show you how to do it on the right, and then I'll go off camera and let you finish. So you go over to the right, diagonal to the left, 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 and to the right. Okay, so go ahead and finish that up all the way up the loom, and then we will almost be finished, and we can start. Actually, we need a couple cat bands, and then we can turn the loom around and start looming. So here's what your loom should look like. I finished it all the way to the top. Okay, and we ended it right here. We went in and then out, in and then out, and then it comes to that point. Okay, so now we can turn the loom around. We will need a couple cat bands, but we'll do that when we get it turned over. Okay, now what we're going to do is, okay, we're going to start off with our first cap band and we're going to put it right here. And that's going to be the black Persian is what I'm going to use as my cap band. So I'm going to do a triple, I always do. Just makes it more sturdy. And I believe we're going to need a cap band right here on this one too. So I'll do that in my Persian line as well. Okay, I'm sure we're going to need one here too, but we'll just wait and do that one in a few minutes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get your hook. And we're going to go in through this cap band here on the right, bring the one back to itself. Then we're going to go into this cap band and get that top band and bring it to the right. Go into here, bring it to the left, go into here, bring it to the right, to the left, okay, and that's what we're going to do all the way up the loom, just like that. Okay, I'll do the same thing over here and going through this cap band, bring it to the right, go back into this cap band, into this peg, top band to the left, go into that peg, bring it into the center, the next one out, to the center, out, to the center, out. Okay, so go ahead and finish both sides and we'll start at the next. Now that we have this part done on both sides, we are going to work on these black opaque bands going towards the center. So we're going to go in through this cap band. Nope, hold up a minute. No, we're not. I lied. I definitely lied. I'm going to grab my middle color band, which is the purple, and I'm going to do a triple cap band right there. And I'm going to go, well, you know what? I'm guessing it doesn't matter. I see my green is on top of the black, so I'm thinking I have to do the black first. It won't really matter. Okay, whatever band is on top is the one you're going to start doing first. And since my green band is on top of this black band, we're going to work on this side, okay? So make sure your bands are down. What we're going to do is we're going to go in through this cap band and grab the one that goes to the left and bring it over. Yeah. Okay, then we're going to go in through this cap band, or this peg, and grab that top green band and bring it over to the center. Okay? Then we're going to go back into this band, or peg, gosh, whatever it's called, and do the long stretch, just like that. Okay? Then we're going to go in through this one, and we're going to bring it over. Go into this one and bring it back to itself. So that's all you're doing, is bringing them back to themselves towards the center. Okay, very simple. And let's see here. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. So we're going to go in through this cap band and bring it out to the right. Okay, and then we're going to go, let's see, in through here, grab this opaque black, bring it towards the center, and then go back in and do the long stretch and connect it. Go into the second peg, bring it to the center, and long stretch up. So we're basically just bringing it back to itself. So I'm sure you can probably see what I'm doing, but I'm going to zoom in anyway because it's black. Okay, go in through here, grab that top band, bring it to the center, go back in, and long stretch up. Okay, go into this one, towards the center, long stretch up. Okay, so this is what the center should look like. These bands should look just like this. Okay, so go ahead and finish all the way up, and then I believe what we have left is that center single chain, and then we'll be finished. So I'll meet you right finished doing that. You want to make sure you push these bands down because there's a whole bunch of bands on here, and you want to be able to loop up that single chain. But let me show you at the top here. Don't forget to bring this one over to here and this one to there so that the whole thing doesn't fall apart, because I almost forgot to bring that one over. So these two get looped over so that it all catches, okay? All right. So now we're just going to loop up the single chain like normal. So simple, easy peasy. All the way up the loom. And I probably don't need to... Yeah, I'm going to go off camera, grab my C-clip, finish this to the top, and then I'll meet you out. Finished my single chain at the top, and let me just bring this over to the side. Okay, so everything should be looped up. So this is the last one you put. You're going to stick your hook through, put a band on it, pull it towards you, and then up and put it on the hook. And I believe everybody knows how to do this, but for the ones who are beginners that want to try this design, I'm going to show you. Okay, so what I like to do, which I guess it doesn't even matter, because at this point it's too late, but I like to look underneath just like this. And I can tell that all of it's been looped so that I know it's not going to fall apart. It's just a matter of what is it going to look like when I take it off. So at this point, I release the tension on the sides. Very simple. It's not that tight of a design right there. Where you have to worry is the center where all these bands are, because there's a ton of them on there. Okay, so go ahead and release the tension off both sides. Very simple. And then you can just, at that point, I'm going to just bring up each individual one. See, there's a ton of bands on there. Once I get a good grip to where I can hold it and pull this up while I'm using my hook, it comes off so much easier. See? Rather than trying to find the, and getting stuck. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go off camera, finish this up. I'll meet you back when mine gets taken off. Just pulled it off the loom. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take it off since my C-clip is holding it. That's what one side will look like. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to start stretching it out just a tad. I always do that first. Now these J. Valenzi green bands that are in the center there, they're a little tighter because they're like a silicone, so than the opaque, but it lays just fine. That is so cool. So what I'm going to do is go in and fix all my bands, make sure they're not twisted. Don't have to worry so much about the opaque. There's not a whole lot in there, but like that band is twisted, so I'll grab it and twist it because I want them all to, I want all the gold to be showing as much as possible. So I'm going to go through and fix all my bands. You can tell more over here. So you see how that band is all twisted, which I'm going to come here and I'm going to go this direction and see what happens. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, there's the right direction. And I'm going to twist this one, twist this one, twist this one, You might have to do it 2 or 3 times. And you'll end up stretching it out, and then it should fall into place. And it's supposed to look a little bit, I don't know, frilly on the side, because there's not like a straight border. So, and then down the center, so I'm going to go off camera, fix all my bands, get it the way that I want it. And then down the center, all I do is I don't use my fingernails. Not that my nails are any good now anyhow. They're very brittle, so it seems like whenever I try to move the bands with them, it wants to flip my nail back the other way. But try not to use your nail, because you'll slice it like a razor blade. It'll just slice right through and you'll bust your band. So just hold it with your finger and then use your nail underneath the bead to slide it, okay? And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to slide it to the center of these bands so that it lays, you know, like that versus like that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll be back, show you what it looks like, and then yeah, it'd be cool. All right, I'll be right back. Here we are. Looky here, looky here. It's really pretty. I'm so excited. I've got it, the bands untwisted the way that I want it. Some of them, I'm still finding some that need to be twisted out. Oh, geez. But for the most part, there we go. I think I got it. I think I got it. Yes. Okay. So anyhow, I got the bands the way I think I would like to have it. It's real frilly on the edge, and I just think the Persians, you know, with that little bit of gold, or even the medievals, would look really pretty. This is what it looks like from the back. Now I have not untwisted any bands from the back, but this is the front. So I love how we do the 2 different colors on one side and the other. So just really, really kind of neat. So here is, this is, and let me see. And look how perfect. 20 pegs. Perfect. See that? Yeah, you did it. Okay, so this is the Tiara Fields. I know that I use similar colors, but I don't know what it is with me lately. I've been into purple for whatever reason, and greens. You would think that that's my favorite color, but my favorite color is actually red. It's just that I don't think Rainbow Loom has any really deep reds like I like. I like the real deep wine color and a bright red, but a deep red. I don't know how to explain it. But anyhow, I haven't found one from Rainbow Loom that I liked yet as far as the reds go. So for some reason, I'm taking a liking to the Persians and the pinks and the greens. So, okay, well, if you like what you see, then you can subscribe to my channel. And I also have a Facebook page that I created called Artisan Loom Bead Queen. And obviously I'm on Instagram as Artisan Loom. So, all right. Take care now. Bye.